Hi, my name's Zach Walker. I'm a financial copywriter. I'm responsible for writing blogs, writing press releases, writing emails, anything that the company really needs from a writing perspective. That would be my role and responsibility. I was born and raised in London, but I've been between London and Hong Kong for a long time, since my dad lives out there. I've been writing since a young age. I've got a bit of a passion for literature, so I sort of just fell into copywriting and fell in love with it. My favourite book is probably The Old Man and the Sea by Hemingway. I like the way that Hemingway, he writes in a certain way where he gets to the point and doesn't write with any fluff, which is quite similar to the way that we write in finance as well. So you try and get to that point as poetically and poignantly as you can with as few words as possible. My hobbies include writing, surprisingly enough, but I'm also an avid horror movie fan, and I also enjoy the occasional video game session. Writing is something that I've always been passionate about, so I was recruited into copywriting initially, and it just seemed like a very good fit. I've always been writing. I write fiction. I've done some freelance writing before I got into finance copywriting, so it all just kind of fit together. English literature was one of my A-levels, it's something I've studied extensively, so that's how I got into writing. I mean, a typical work day, typically I'll know what I'm doing most of the time from Monday, because I'll be given my assignments and what have you, different blog articles and different deliverables that be expected of me that week. But also people in the company will contact me if they need anything on a whim, which is quite often. So I'll receive messages from our offices across the world. If they need good English copy, then they come to me. Well, it's always satisfying seeing my words out there in the world, especially when there's lots of people clicking on it. Seeing the results in the CRM, seeing how those convert into customers, that's always satisfying, but certainly having my words out there and being read is definitely something that I'd strive to get done more. I love the experience, I love the exposure. Finance is something that I've been interested in for quite some time. It's something that I've got ties to in my family in terms of their roles and jobs. So marrying my passion for literature and trading is something that gives me a lot of satisfaction. Well, I'd like to stay elusive and full of surprises, so I'd like to think most things, although this video will certainly give some of them away. One thing that you might not necessarily guess about me is I used to play rugby for the England Barbarians when I was a teenager. We played internationally, we were unbeaten. I could have gone pro, but because of an injury to my shoulder, I decided against it and decided to sit down and write words instead.